Welcome to Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast. This is an actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Royalty-free music provided by Kevin MacLeod, Michael Gelfie Studios, Plate Mill Games, and Tabletop Audio. And now, to adventure. Hello, listeners. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Knights of Roleplay. At the end of Part 5 of the Stygian Gambit, Ro had suggested to Mixie that she head back to the casino vault with the control rod for the minotaur skeleton that was guarding the vault. Ro suggested that Mixie use the minotaur skeleton to help complete the next part of their mission, which is to steal the trophy for the three-dragon anti-tournament being played in the tournament room. Unfortunately, the guards in the security office saw through Mixie's disguised self spell and were questioning her regarding who she was. So let's get into the final episode of the Stygian Gambit.
Who are you? You're not Jam.
You're not Jim. That's the best line of the whole campaign. You're not Jim.
You were Jim. He was Jam.
Oh my god.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what you mean, John.
When he says that, the other two guards, it catches the attention of the other two guards in the room, and they approach you. Say, what? Let's see. Under normal circumstances, the guards are supposed to just, say, you're in the wrong area, move out. But you're wearing a hat of disguise as one of them. A little bit suspicious. Then they'll follow their second rule. All right. I don't know who you are or how you managed to get back here, but we're going to need you to come over here. And they surround you, and they start to try to push you towards the lockup.
I don't think I resist them.
You do not resist. Okay. Then they do, because you are being highly suspicious, they do an actual cursory search of you.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Give me a sleight of hand roll to see how well you've hidden your things on you.
Do you have inspiration?
No, I have nothing. Okay, so sleight of hand, so it's going to be 19.
19, okay.
Nice.
You hit it in your butt cheeks.
Yeah. Let me see your inventory. Give me 1 second.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. Things have gotten very fun here, haven't they? Okay. He's the golden world. Okay. No, not you. I need... Okay. I'm supposed to have that open. Why didn't I have that open? Oi, work with me here.
Oi.
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 Computer. Oi.
Oi.
See Mixie's character sheet. Okay. The only thing that they find, because it is highly obvious, is the hat of disguise itself. So they take the hat from you
No! No!
and put it in one of the chests.
Okay.
And they put you in a room, or in a cell directly across from Ro.
Okay.
They start to.
They literally rolled it too on their perception check to find your stuff. So they didn't even find the rod. Lucky you. They left your rod alone.
Or the key.
Wow.
Or his lock picking set.
Yeah, or
That's fair.
I let myself out, of course.
Once they're resettled and distracted.
Yes.
Distracted by the bugbear.
Yeah, you have no problems unlocking the doors. Obviously, I'm not even going to make you roll for that. And you even unlock Ro's door because he's a friend. But to get out,
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of guards there.
while there's 3 guards there in the room,
And they know you're in there.
yeah, you also get your hat back. Yeah. I'm think it's. I would normally think a. You can co-DM on this one, Chris.
What's that?
I am thinking a stealth roll with disadvantage, but there's no real cover, and current rules really are very vague on this part.
I mean, in my brain, in my DM brain, you know, there are 3 guards in that room, and like I don't see any possible way that we can go through that room without them seeing us. Like
Unless you create an emergency that
Unless
requires
there's
more
unless
of
there's
their
some
attention.
yeah. Unless there's some kind of distraction. Okay. I will allow a stealth roll if you get a distraction.
Despite the text message that I'm being sent to start a fire, I don't have any way to start a fire. I'm telling you right now, I can't start a fire. Please stop texting me to start a fire.
Well, your buddy with the kit can start a fire now. That's why I suggested it, because you have the fire starter with you now.
She is the fire starter.
Christian.
Greg's character,
Yeah.
do you carry like?
I have oil.
Okay, all right.
Guards only look for weapons.
Oh my god.
So I asked you what you found, Greg, before you tried to walk out there with the rod. And you told me everything you found, right?
Yes.
So I asked if I can hold the rod for a minute.
He wants to hold your
Correct it. Oh, die, Sarah.
Well, we killed Sarah.
Oh, no.
Dead.
I will take 10 minutes to cast detect magic while we're back here before we like try to do anything outside the cells.
Okay, you while you're sitting and chilling and waiting for the guards to calm the frick down, cast detect magic, and from the rod, Greg's rod produces abjuration magic.
Abjuration
It's
magic.
not Greg's rod, it's Mixie's rod.
Mixie's rod. You're right. Mixie's
That
rod.
controls a guardian or a trap. That's not crazy.
Is it obvious to me that it is something that can be attuned to, or is that not obvious? I mean, I don't really know what the mechanic is. If you're in possession of a magical item that has attunement, I assume there's some way that you know, like, hey, I have to attune to this thing.
Let me see.
Can I hold your 12-inch bone, Greg? Mixie.
Give me an Arcana check.
Arcana check. All right, here we go. Arcana.
See what you can figure out about
25.
Okay, you have.
Damn.
Yeah, this is something you've read about before. Not a problem. This is very obviously a rod of controlling.
Okay.
And the Minotaur motif is pretty much a dead giveaway of what it controls. And it, let's see. Arg. All right.
Does it work remotely?
What's the range on this thing?
I'm
Vault door smash open.
I'm trying to discern that.
And your general knowledge of how these kinds of rods work is that you only need to be in possession of it, and you can telepathically control whatever it controls to within as long as you are within a certain distance.
Okay.
What's the range on this thing?
So
I'm not saying yet. You're gonna have to figure that one out.
So we get out of the cells and go over to the door, or stand by the chests. We'll say stand by the chests.
Okay.
And I try to command the Minotaur to come into this room and start smashing out the mirrors.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Okay. All right. So Mixie, I tell you that if I can get close enough to the Minotaur with this, I can command it.
Why don't we create a little bit of a diversion?
Are we panicking out there by now?
I don't know.
It's probably been a good 15 to
Fuzzy is still being as showy as he can. He's figuring he's providing cover. He's trying to distract the guards who are out there. He's trying to draw attention on the mirrors. But if you redirect him, then he can get himself arrested, or he can...
Is there a sufficiently flammable material in the cells?
I mean, you have torches and stuff.
Well,
You
if
gotta
the
send
cells
your
are on
pack.
fire, we're gonna
Yeah.
burn alive in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're unlocked at this point. You guys are free.
Well, the main cell.
We're still in the room.
Yeah.
If the whole room goes up, I don't really...
The main door is still locked. Just the lockups are unlocked.
Oh, but you've got a lockpicker extraordinaire with you. So, I mean, and if there's a fire, are they really going to let people in lockup die?
You never know.
That's, yeah. What? Roll to seduce. Roll to seduce. Hey, guard. Hey, ladies. A long leg sticks out through the bar.
You guys.
I was thinking like a boob stuck to the bars.
Yeah.
Here's a boob going to the bars.
The cells themselves just hold a small wooden bench for somebody to sit on, and then there's the 2 wooden chests.
Wood.
Okay.
Chests are made of wood.
Chests are made of wood.
Wood is flammable.
Poof. How anticlimactic.
Is that Greg's way of saying, I start a fire?
Give me a description.
This all along.
Okay, so she decides to let some oil over into one of the benches, and that goes up.
And you light that on fire, and it goes up.
So then she proceeds to say, "Help! Help! It's smoky in here! Come help us!"
Well,
So I conceal that rod on me.
Ow.
Oh, baby.
He's a changeling. There's a lot of versatility in there.
well,
Right down the clavage.
that absolutely gets the attention of the guards outside the room. So,
Get your hat.
Help, help, fire, help, fire, help.
help! I need somebody. Help! Not just
Oh,
anybody.
you gotta say it out loud. Greg.
So we're
Tell
we're
them
in
what
the
you
cells
did.
when they
Oh,
come.
okay.
We're
I
in
have
the
the-
cells when they come in.
Yeah, I have the hat, and it's in a place.
And it's in a place. Okay, you're hiding your hat.
Yes.
Okay.
The cells are
Okay.
unlocked though.
Yeah. The guards. You definitely get the attention of the guards. One of them looks in and says, "Well, they're screwed," and they go back. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Nope. One of them says, "You get them out. You go get some water from the break room." And he dashes for the keys.
They don't even have fire extinguishers in this place.
You guys should be like,
What a death hole!
fire exits. I heard them.
What a death hole!
the two guards that one guard goes rushing out of the room. The two guards that remain do come in. They unlock the main door. They are too panicked to question why you're out of your cells. You want to attack the guards?
Just knock them out.
That's an attack. That will put
maybe
you
not.
into.
Let me think
initiative.
about that.
Yeah. Just run.
Just run.
Yes, I can
Just
hide a
run.
disengage.
So I just said that we were in the cells
you
with
could
the
lock 'em in,
doors
too.
unlocked,
Unlocked but closed.
but closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't come in and see us out of the cells.
Okay, it doesn't matter anyway because
Well, they don't question why these cell doors
Okay.
were not
Yeah.
locked.
Yeah.
'Cause you,
So they bring us into the next room.
They bring him into the next room, and before long, the guy comes rushing back in with a bucket of water. But the two guards do still remain with you.
Okay. I try to I panic like, oh my god, and I move towards the other end of the room. Oh my god, fire, fire! I move to the other end of the room, and then I try to use the wand,
the rod.
the rod.
rod.
Sorry, the rod.
Still nothing happens.
Something happens. Okay.
Because it's way down.
So then one of the other guards does, because oil is very hard to put out with water.
In fact, impossible to put out with water.
And the guards are dumb. Another guard runs off to get more water, so there's only one guard left with you two.
Okay.
But there's still the two running in and out with buckets of water.
Making it worse.
Oh, one of them fell down and got knocked out.
In the middle of this chaos, I get the key card off of him.
Okay.
Her. Off of her. And
Pronouns are hard in this game.
We've been really bad with them tonight, too.
from what I remember from the first time we went through there, we were just able to walk through that door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't have a dot.
that door-
Only dots.
Oh, this one does.
As dots.
Yeah, that
You
one
were just
requires
able
key
to.
card.
If you have a key card, you can just walk through it.
Okay. So in the middle of this chaos, I try to walk through that door and run down the hallway.
Give me a stealth check with advantage to see if you manage to get away from the guard who's watching you.
Okay. Remember, Greg, there's only one in here now.
Don't bother. The guard is completely out of his gourd. I rolled a 2.
I got a 19. All right, so I go down the hallway with the key card.
You managed to run down the hallway with the key card, and then
And I'm trying to command this thing as I get
Summon
closer and closer and closer.
okay, so you can
Come to me, come to me, come to me, come to me.
Come to me, come to me, come to me, come to me.
You become
That's what
friends
she said. You are holding the rod after all.
Yeah.
That goes without saying.
Oh my god.
I will actually turn into Quint.
The dude.
That could be interesting because you could run back through and be like, "What's going on here?"
No, I'll stay as myself for right now.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see how close I can get before I can command the stupid minotaur.
I need to knock this here. Let's see. If it's there in the middle of the room, so. You get almost all the way up to the door, and finally you hear from inside the sound of footsteps approaching the door.
Okay.
So, by your estimate, so you have discovered that its range is 30 feet.
Okay. I will turn into Quentin just in case I need to.
Okay.
And then it comes to the door.
It begins to bash on the door.
I open the door.
Let me out! Let me out!
I'm on the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad.
All right. So, what specifically did you command the Minotaur to do? Other than okay, so it comes. So you were commanding it to come to you.
I commanded it to come to me, and
So
then
it has now come to you.
all right.
The
Sorry.
Minotaur has now come.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay.
You.
Okay.
Whoa. Phrasing.
I say, follow me.
Follow me.
And I move down to that door.
It does.
And I say, go on into this room and smash all the mirrors that you see in this room. And then I let it go.
Okay. It walks up to the door. So where are you in relation to it?
I'm standing basically in the doorway.
Because it's a key card, right?
Oh, it's a key card door?
You gotta
Yeah, it's a
open
key card.
it, yeah.
Remember, this is a large creature. It takes up the full width of the room, of the hallway.
Squeeze.
You can squeeze by, but
Well, no, I'm behind it. I'm
You're
giving
behind
it
it,
commands
okay.
from behind it. Yeah, yeah.
Reach through with the key card.
However you want to present it, or just have to be on my person.
it just
you
has to
said.
be on your person.
You hang it off the Minotaur's axe.
So, I like that.
I'm slipping out of here.
So I unlock the door with the key card and I let it move past me.
However that works. Okay, we don't need to belabor it.
Yeah.
Okay. The Minotaur comes flying into the room. However, skeleton minotaurs don't talk, but walks over, lumbers on over to the mirrors, raises its axe, and one at a time brings that axe down on the mirrors that cover the wall. What is? Yeah, they're mirrors. They're not particularly strong.
No longer
An
a
axe is
stealth
more
mission.
more than
They all end with fire.
I'm not in there anymore. I cannot.
Are we starting to hear things from outside?
the guards with crud, what are the guards doing? With a fire on one side and a rampaging minotaur
Is
skeleton on
any
the
job worth
other.
this?
I'm stealthing out.
I stand in the doorway and wait for it to finish smashing, and then say, "Follow me."
Yeah.
Follow me.
Yeah, before that happens, I gotta see how the guards react to this one.
Sure.
This is way off book. This is not covered.
Yes.
This is not covered in the training manual.
Yes.
So
I love this.
I love that we're just out here being like, jinga, 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 jinga. Bingo!
like what's the word I'm looking for? Like not a fear check, but like a
Morale check.
that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you.
The 5th edition doesn't really cover
There is
that.
no such morale
Yeah,
check.
but-
There is no such
I
nothing.
know. Could do a 50-50 roll for...
I mean, it could be something.
Could be like an intimidation.
It could be intimidation. It could be like a wisdom saving throw, maybe, or an intelligence saving
yeah,
throw,
Maybe a quarter
maybe.
case where they just
Constitution?
pass out, right?
Okay, yeah.
Do they
Okay,
pass
so
out? Do they
three-
run? Do they...
Yeah, 3 guards, wisdom saving throw. This is a lot of panic, so I'm going to make this fairly hard.
I would say even Constitution could work for that to see how well they're handling
There's a
themselves.
variety of things.
Yeah.
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 Variety of
And
options.
mental fortitude and...
Yeah, mental fortitude. It's just going to have a straight up wisdom check on these
The
guys.
Constitution one would be, do they pass out?
So,
Pants
Do
shitting
they
fear.
piss their pants? Do they wish they wore their brown pants?
all 3 of them currently wish they wore their brown pants. Because that's how well I rolled for them.
Well, you know it's not the cream of the crop working the cameras in the back room.
So, yes, all 3 guards in a state of mild to severe panic, depending on the guard, rush out of the room. You
Okay.
do not see what they're going to do. At
Sure.
this point. All you see is they've just rushed out of the room.
Sure. And then so the Minotaur is
The
smashing
Minotaur is
mirrors.
smashing mirrors.
Okay.
It does not take him but 30 seconds to finish them all off.
Okay. Follow me, Minotaur.
Okay.
Small koi guy.
We start making our way down the hallway. Do I see you out there in the hallway, Greg?
He hasn't got to me.
He was still. That's
still
how
in
much
the room.
you've seen because I was trying to see what was going
Hey,
on.
Chris,
So you were
which
in the
hall?
room there, still.
Because there's this
With
way
them.
out, too, just to...
Do you wish to do anything while he's smashing mirrors? We're only talking about 30 seconds here.
I'm just getting out of the way.
You're just getting out of the way.
You're
Okay.
just having to
You
use
get some more
your
key cards in case we need it.
Do I see any of their like key cards on the ground after they might have abandoned their posts?
Or, I mean, extras hanging in the room. It's the security room, right? That's the question.
Or what do I see in there?
Currently, you see 5 desks with a whole bunch of smashed mirrors, some still intact because it's still a work in progress, and the ring of keys for the holding cell and chests in the holding cell. Other than that, no. It appears that the guards kind of their key
Keep them
cards
on them.
stay on that kind of attached to them.
Do you become something?
So,
I'm gonna become one of those guards that left.
okay, you are now one of the guards that's left. You are not Jam. You can be Bob.
Yeah.
God.
So
Billy Bob.
I just look at my handiwork and smile as the jail's on fire.
Jail's on fire. The room is filling with smoke. There's glass
Dancing.
all over the place. Minotaur is finishing up, smashing the last of the mirrors.
Can you get the Minotaur to put the fire out?
Why would I do that?
We don't burn the whole thing down.
We're looking to humiliate and shut down anyway.
That's what she said.
All right, so you're in this. So you and the Minotaur and me are all in this room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I come out of this hallway, and
Okay.
and is that a key card door right there?
That is
No.
not there. No.
That is not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nor
That-
is the
that
one
double
to the
door.
circus back
This is
area.
the animal area.
Right.
Oh boy.
Or there's the key card door down there. There's a few
Oh,
options.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to the animals.
Okay.
Dude, you're gonna get yourself eaten by a lion. Just think about that.
So we're all.
Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of coordination then here on my part. So, okay, so you lead the Minotaur out that the northern double door of the hallway, and you do
Yep.
need to find yourself in another east-west hallway with a double door across the way from you and a green door down to your west that you know heads out back to the main area.
Okay. So I collect this all up in this hallway, close that door.
That
Assuming.
Minotaur get out of that hallway? Of that?
It's a double door, it'll fit.
Yeah, but the other one isn't.
I mean, it should be able to squeeze
And
through
you can
medium
squeeze.
space.
Yeah.
You can squeeze.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you? So what are you doing, Mixie?
Opening the door to this one area here.
Okay, so you are heading into the circus area back room.
I did
Okay.
say that we were going to meet up at the circus.
So let's pause on the Minotaur for 2 seconds.
Oh no.
I'm so happy.
Last time it was an animatronic Dinosaurus. This time it's a Minotaur.
Okay.
Who wants to fill all the toys?
staging area and everything.
I'm a proud dude.
That's his personality.
As you enter, as you, Mixie, enter through the double doors, you enter a room that smells of hay and musk. Three crates rest on the floor in one corner, and a portable cage on rollers sits beside them. Floor-to-ceiling bars form 2 larger cages against the north wall. A wooden chest sits against the east wall near the biggest cage. Resting on the lid of that chest is a ring of keys. Because the circus is not currently performing, as you enter in, a few of the circus performers look up. The northwest cage is currently holding the 3 trained baboons who, as you enter in, start screaming and making a ruckus.
Do they throw poo at him?
He has not gotten close enough. Okay. And the large northeast cage contains the trained lion lying there quietly.
How many people are in there?
There are currently 3 tieflings there rehearsing their performance with one. Let's see, 3 tieflings are rehearsing their performance, their acrobatic performance, and 1 more tiefling is in the back doing plucking his banjo, rehearsing his banjo, which he stops as you enter the room.
Oh. So as a security guard, I say there's something going on, and for their protection, they should leave the area.
All right.
I also am like behind him
Yeah.
as Quentin Tangle Pocket
As Quentin Tanklepocket.
with a giant minotaur behind me.
Okay. The double doors, they'd probably see a giant freaking minotaur there.
Listen to him, fools! Listen to him! Get out!
Yeah. This is weird enough, they're not going to question it. Is everything okay, Mr. Tanglepocket? The guy on the banjo says, while the acrobats start to work their way towards the arena door.
I cannot share details, but there is an emergency. You must leave.
Okay, well, you know where to reach us when you're ready for us to perform again.
We'll let you know when everything is under control.
He actually will. One of the performers will actually. Would they do that? One of the performers actually asks, "Are the animals going to be safe?"
Yes, of course.
And I say, I will see to the animals. You just go ahead and leave.
Oh, Maxie will see to the animals.
Makes
all
it
right.
see to the animals, huh?
Sets another fire.
Yeah,
Releases
I don't see
the
how
animals.
I don't see how that would fail. So, okay, then
I'm having a mental picture of that scene from Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure, where there's a fire in the animal shelter at that store, and all the animals are flying out of the store.
yeah, actually, yeah, there would be smoke with
The smoke is starting to spread.
There's more flammable
Okay.
materials in here.
So that the smoke convinces them. Okay, they're gonna leave. They will, and they'll take your word for it that the animals are gonna be safe. Not that they care much; they just get new animals.
Ooh.
Except for the train line, they'd be sad about the train line.
So
That
I
was
grab the
expensive.
keys and I get ready to let them out.
Don't let the lion out. Just let the baboons out.
Why the baboons? Have you ever met a baboon? They're evil.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not worried about the baboons trying to kill us. I'm worried about the lion trying to kill us.
Or is the lion going to run away? Because there's fire, and their danger sensing animals is pretty powerful.
We won't get in its way.
No, I mean, Ro and Chris don't think that like the entire casino is going to go up in flames. You know, Ro feels like they're going to get fire in the cell under control at some point in the near future. So we should let out some animals to help create additional chaos with the Minotaur. Ro doesn't think that the animals are going to die in a fire.
Who's fighting the fire?
The guards.
The
guards
ones
ran.
that ran away?
Well, you don't know where they went.
Well, we don't know where they went.
Yeah, that's
they probably
true.
went to get help.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so you run over to the chest with the keys sitting on top of it, and you grab the keys, and you head over. Is there anything else you want to do when you grab the keys?
I'm trying to decide if I'm not going to start any more fires.
Don't start more fires, please.
Okay. So I will just open the thing and open the door so that they can go.
Open the thing.
Open their doors.
Open
and
the- okay.
Open the doors to the.
To the circus.
Yes.
People are going to see baboons and a giant minotaur come running out of the circus.
I mean, the Minotaur can bust out here, too. It's all about choice. Where do you want to go?
Oh, I could go out that way.
Yeah.
Give me an animal handling check.
Don't make me kill these baboons in the Minotaur.
Do not make this into a situation where there
10.
are like charred remains in the pit, like what happened to Janie. Like we come back later and there's a charred remains in that cage in the strange form of a lion. I hate you.
Heart fingers.
Closing.
You guys have a pet minotaur.
I don't have a pet minotaur.
A pet minotaur. You have a pet minotaur named Pat Benatar?
Sure.
He is young.
Heartache to heartache.
Pat minotaur. There we go. Pat minotaur.
Pat Minotaur? Oh, no.
That's gonna be my next character right there.
Wow.
I'm the best.
Wow.
Okay. As
They've done all the dirty work.
Chris knows how to buy a book player.
He's still playing by the book.
Hey, I haven't done anything offensive. Ro is not a melee person. No.
Little Miss setting fires everywhere.
I told you I was going to do it.
mean-
No one's being harmed at this point.
Honestly, if Fuzzy was with you, he'd probably encourage
Well.
you to set a fire on the circus area.
okay. As
I didn't know I signed up with all these pyros.
okay. As you approach the cage, attempting to try to not agitate the baboons against you, you fail miserably in attempting to not agitate the baboons.
Who says we're not trying to agitate them?
No, so that they
Against you.
Oh, against us, yes. Yeah, that's
Shoo
right.
them out.
Just let them out. Yeah.
So you open the cage, but as you do so, the baboons start pelting you with their with baboon droppings
Ew.
and screaming at you.
I just leave.
Okay,
Leave
you're
the
not
cage
trying to do
open
it.
and then they can do as they wish.
Okay, a
I
little smelly, but you do manage to get the cage open and retreat. At which point the baboons do indeed come running out of the cage. But they are intimidated by Pat Minotaur, so they do not come
I try to get the Minotaur to stand in such a way that it's gonna like herd them towards the circus area.
towards the circus area. Okay.
Yeah. Out the doors toward the circus area.
And open the doors.
And then we're gonna keep herding them so they come out here.
Okay.
And be
Okay. You have no problems getting them out to the arena because that's what they've been doing like 4 times a day.
Okay.
For a few days now. Maybe for a couple days.
Actually, this door probably shutting it. Can we herd them out these doors here?
Since those are not locked doors,
They go on their own.
and they are well intimidated by Pat Minotaur.
I love that this is
They actually streak towards the door at full speed to try to get away from this giant bone axe thing. Screaming at the top of their lungs, they burst through the door.
Yes.
And almost immediately you start hearing shrieks and screams coming from the out by the main casino area as these 3 baboons start running around.
I was like, do they immediately jump in the river?
the waterfall.
They do not.
No.
But the poor baboons are now freaked out of their minds, and start running around and chasing the various patrons.
Yes.
Throwing poo at them.
So when we see this,
Yes,
Fuzzy's
you now
like-
see this.
I feel like something went amiss back there.
starts heading, walks over to Trixie.
So we're headed this way.
So you start heading out
think
that way.
something is about to happen.
Let's see. Let's see what the girls are doing. Or Fuzzy.
Fuzzy and Trixie, what do you do? You see the baboons come running out of the circus.
I go in the immediate opposite direction of the baboons.
Okay.
Which is, if they're coming I'm guessing they're going this way.
Yeah.
They kind of come out of the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they just kind of
So-
split up. Well, actually, they're pack animals, so they kind of stay together, kind of moving south.
I mean, Fuzzy literally
Moving south.
figures that the thing is about to go off, and he's going to walk through the chaos and kind of motion to Trixie and just kind of, if any of the baboons accost him, he's going to rage and scare it. Basically, be his big fuzzy self.
Well, at the moment, the baboons seem more scared of everything else going around them and seem to be lashing out. So, steering away from the baboons is not particularly difficult.
Okay. Sure.
Steering,
He's just-
trying to navigate the panic of people, however, is a little bit more difficult.
I don't have screaming crowd music.
He's just
where-
gonna make it through the sea of people.
Where are you trying to head to? Where are you trying to go?
Generally towards the circus, because he has a feeling that if something chased the baboons out of the circus, that his little chaos-making friends can't be far behind. 'Cause
Okay,
we've done jobs
so
before.
you are working your way north,
Yeah.
and Trixie is also working her way north.
Yep.
Okay.
The indignation on Sarah's face.
Trixie's like, Mixie.
The indignant resignation on Sarah's face.
What, did I say Nixie or did?
No, you
What?
said Trixie.
I said
You got it right.
Trixie?
Yeah.
No, you said no.
I was making a joke about her saying Mixie because she's done it before when Mixie did Mixie things.
Okay.
That's what, yeah. Not,
Like, oh, Mixie.
not to correct you. Not to correct you.
Okay. No, I missed that one. Okay. All right. Okay.
It was also more of a yup because you asked me what I was doing and Kate answered.
Okay. Then as the two of you start working your way against the crowds, heading north, you suddenly see a large, bony skeleton minotaur come bursting through those northern doors from outside from the arena.
Okay.
Followed
Well, that's not
close-
something you see every day.
Fuzzy is introspective and pauses for a second to see what's gonna happen.
followed closely by a rogue,
Well, followed by Quentin Tanglepocket,
followed by Quentin Tanglepocket,
Okay.
and then followed by Nixie.
and then followed by a guard.
Mixie is a guard, yeah.
All right.
So I direct the Minotaur to come into the tournament room and go over to the trophy case
Okay.
and smash it.
All right.
Where is the actual Quentin? Is my question.
Well,
right
I'm
now.
looking for him. There's chaos everywhere.
There is chaos
I'm looking for
everywhere.
Quentin to make sure that he's not right next to me.
You know what? Let's do it this way. As you walk, okay,
By the way, do we smell smoke? Before you go too much
Yes.
further. Okay, because if you do, you're going to get some fuzzy theatrics to make the chaos more chaos.
actually, let's give this a countdown. How long before the smoke manages to waft its way? It's going to be difficult because those doors are normally closed.
Sure.
I mean, it was already getting.
Do you have like keen senses or anything else about
I don't think he has that kind of keen sense. Language, goblinoid, dark vision, fey ancestry on limb, powerful build, sneaky, surprise attack. Nope.
that? No.
Nope.
Okay. Then yeah, you sense nothing. Then yeah, you have no clue about the fire at this
Okay.
point.
All right.
Okay. The Minotaur
Yes.
goes marching into the card area,
Tournament hall.
into the tournament area.
Are there people in there right now? Or are they all
There are a
panicked?
lot of people in there right now because the tournament's still going on.
Right. So the chaos of the baboons has done nothing.
It stopped. It stopped the act. Well, this has only been like a couple minutes at this point, if
Right.
that.
All right.
30 seconds. Yeah.
So, as this giant minotaur comes lumbering into the table area, into the tournament area,
Terminator, yeah.
you hear the exclamation of a little gnome, "What the devil?"
I think we found him.
As let's see.
Has Fuzzy gotten over there yet?
And he goes out, "Virgil, what are you doing out here?"
Pat Minotaur is so much better.
Yes. It's actually in the module.
His name is actually
It's in
Virgil. Oh my god.
Captain Minotaur is.
That's better.
It,
Much
yeah,
better.
it is much better.
We're writing Wizards of the Coast to request a jam. Sorry.
The crowd obviously screams and panics, and starts trying to run around the Minotaur towards the only exit to the room.
Yep.
Which makes things an interesting little bottleneck there. Which holds up Virgil, Quentin, as he's trying to get up to Virgil, saying, "Virgil, what are you doing out of the vault? Get back into the vault right away." But, of course, poor Pat Minotaur doesn't listen.
Because you have his rod.
He's directed to go smash the trophy case.
You got him by the rod.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Are we gonna have a which one's the real Quentin now? Well, I have the control.
If Fuzzy gets there and sees the one who's with the Minotaur versus the one who's separate trying to take control of the situation, he might do something. But you tell me how that plays out.
I'm waiting for John to continue.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Minotaur continues to lumber on over towards the case, which is about the time that you two managed to get up to there.
Okay.
Quentin screaming at the top of his lungs at ex-Virgil.
Right.
Now Pat. To stop what he's doing. But the Minotaur does not listen, walks over to the case, raises its axe, and smashes the axe down onto the case.
Yeah.
The case splinters into a million pieces, and a flash of magic goes off.
We forgot about that. So much for getting a key.
That's why I'm out in the room.
At a distance on purpose.
Yeah. The Minotaur will
Poor
take the
guard.
brunt of the trap.
Yeah, the poor guard who was there, his boss is there watching, so he did his best to try to stop the Minotaur.
Oh, no.
But that was not going to happen.
I would have been
Let's
like,
see.
screw you, Quentin, I'm out of here.
Me too.
Let's see.
You don't pay me enough for this.
You don't pay me enough for this shit.
Okay. Well, hey, you might, get a bonus out of it, can you? Okay.
Greg, this is awesome.
Let's see. What was the trigger on that? Let's see. Okay. So the guard and the Minotaur and Quentin all need to make some saving throws. Fail. Ooh. As this burst of magic comes out of the remnants of the case, the Minotaur, the guard, and Virgil all suddenly...
Wait, the Minotaur, the guard, and Quentin?
And Quentin.
Okay.
Sorry. All suddenly freeze.
Oh
Yes! Awesome!
no. So now we can all stand in front of Quentin and go, yeah.
given the okay, yeah. Luckily it does not catch any of the patrons or contestants because they've already bugged out beyond the 15-foot radius.
All right.
Okay. The trophy makes it quick.
Okay, you run in and you grab this trophy. Actually, I wonder. Let's see. Let's see there's
This is awesome.
Just go right in front of Quentin's face with the wand and be like,
Actually,
book it, bye. You'll never control him again.
just for a bit of flavor.
Why is it Chris that always gets like the constructs and the minotaurs?
Stay in there. Meets it. Okay. You grab the trophy. Well, all but one wing of it anyway.
Okay.
But actually, you do find its other wing standing there on the side.
Oh no, we broke it.
Well, it looks like a pretty
Just
clean
pick up
cut
the
from an
pieces.
it looks like a pretty
Yeah.
clean cut from an axe.
Take them and Mixie blows him a kiss as she goes by. Says, bye.
You're a guard right now.
Still. That's what she does.
Quentin is so confused.
Quentin is so the look on Quentin's face right now is both confused and furious. But of course, because he's paralyzed, he can do shit all about it.
Okay.
So,
Let's see here. Fuzzy's going to take advantage of the situation and the paralyzed Quentin to be like, what kind of establishment is this?
Don't hit him!
Knock him out.
No, leave him alone.
Why not?
Just let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
well, you're there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm metacrissing because you could possibly break him out of the thing.
But
if
she
you
said
damage
it.
him.
I mean, it's up to you guys.
Yeah, she said it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a surprised attack, and he gets serious bonuses and
There's
his advantage because he's
reason.
paralyzed.
We just leave. Kate.
Okay.
We just
No,
leave.
that's just-
She said it.
That's up to
No,
you.
she said it. Roll it
That's
down.
right. Okay. All right.
It's fine.
With advantage because he's paralyzed.
Right. Okay. And in rage as he goes.
And it's an
into
auto crit
that,
if you hit him.
Yeah. But it could be sapping. So yeah. So auto crit actions. Let's see here. We're not going to do X because that's just ridiculous. But that's like okay. So his unarmed strike is a number, which is interesting.
Yeah.
4. Is that right? I guess that is what we do now for. Plus he gets
Just roll an unarmed
extra
attack.
2d6. Okay. So
I couldn't. There's no point in initiative on this thing because he'd lose it anyway. So
okay. Oh yeah. 17 plus 5, so 22 to hit.
Yep, that will hit.
So that's gonna be here 5. Let's see here. Plus 4. Plus what's his rage damage? It's 2, I think, at this point. So that's 6 plus another 10, so 16.
It's a critical though, right? So
16, and it's an auto crit. Yeah. So that would. Do you want me just to double, or there's not even a modifier because it's. This
Well,
is so
yeah.
weird. Why is unarmed giving me a number 4?
Because an unarmed strike, if you don't have like monk abilities or unarmed fighting or something like that, is just your straight up strength.
Okay, which because he's a.
So you just doubled the strength.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay. So then it would be 60. So it would be 32.
32.
Yeah. He's sapping. He's not gonna kill the
Good
guy.
thing
Yeah,
too, because
yeah.
that would have been an auto kill.
Yeah, so sapping, and the whole idea
Poor guy
would,
only had
be
90 points.
to add to the chaos. Then he's gonna be like, "That guy's an imposter. This place is a death trap. Everyone, and just like
Well,
try.
yeah.
If it wasn't chaotic enough already, it was just to add to the chaos. That's the only reason he did that.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Well,
hopefully
most of the people have
yeah,
already led and are already quite much in
Okay,
a panic
yeah.
trying to get out.
yeah.
So, okay.
All right.
So you now have an unconscious Quentin Tangle Pocket on the floor, a conscious Quentin Tangle Pocket
Right.
with a rod,
Yep.
a taunting guard, a spazzing Fuzzy,
Yep.
And Trixie, who is just blending into the crowd,
just standing back there. Chaos.
doing nothing out of the ordinary. She's just like, wow.
Alright, so
So
he goes to you guys.
where to?
Go.
Now, how are you gonna get out?
I'd say. I mean,
Yeah, I think we all know you want to go over the waterfall.
what are the chances of us getting out with all the chaos and the rest of the people on the riverside? I mean, what?
I mean, can we just leave through the mouth of the river?
I mean,
Through
a
the
quick
cave?
look up front.
I imagine the wait to get out on
the,
those barges is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, at this point, the panic has grown through the crowd enough that they are indeed all gathered into the south where all the docks are.
Yeah.
The boats are launching as they basically get overloaded, but there's enough people there and a few enough boats that the whole area is just a
Yeah.
mass of people.
I mean,
Okay.
Guess we go over the waterfall.
Well, we can also just like go down into the restaurant and just go out that way.
well, over the waterfall again.
That's still over the waterfall.
It's just 20 feet lower.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no other exits.
Gotcha.
But we could do that.
We
Yeah.
didn't even cash out our chips. This is what Trixie's mad about. Trixie's just gonna stay behind and cash out everybody's chips.
Runs over and catches up.
So if we're down in the ocean down there, are we just swimming? Or I mean, are there any boats or anything down there?
We don't know.
We don't know.
You haven't gotten a good look at what's down there because the waterfall's been in the way. I mean, you
Gotcha.
can kind of see it, and it's basically just about a small, like little. I think I've called it a floodplain, but you just kind of think of it
Yeah.
as like just a wide meandering
Body of water.
body of water that just kind of empties out into the ocean just beyond it. Not particularly far out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'd have to swim.
You would have to swim.
Yeah. I mean, Fuzzy is raging, so he has advantage on athletics checks and can try to help people. We could have the Minotaur jump with us, who is strong as
Well, the Minotaur is still
frozen.
frozen. I don't know how long it lasts. How long he's
Yeah.
paralyzed for?
How long have you guys been standing there for? You think trying to debate this?
For a little bit.
Maybe like
Okay.
a minute.
Trying to look and be like,
Yeah.
talk to
Okay.
Trixie and see
Yeah.
what she wants. And,
As you are debating on this which direction to go, the Minotaur does indeed start to move. He kind of stands there with his axe, not really do anything.
Okay.
And the guard suddenly kind of looks at you, looks at him, looks at Quentin, looks at the case,
Rethinks his
shrugs,
life choices.
and tries to go for the door.
okay.
Nothing left to guard here.
I mean, we just let him pass as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
This guard's not that dumb.
Let's go before he wakes up.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, at the very least at this point, the three of you should go over the waterfall. Because you guys have made very, very big spectacles of yourself.
Yeah, you've been very incognito.
Yeah.
I mean, Fuzzy will probably go with them to make sure they do okay in the water, because he's probably the strongest swimmer out of the group.
I mean, Roll will do whatever Trixie commands. I mean, you're
Yeah.
suggesting that you split up from us?
I mean, he has Featherfall for all of us, right? You can do up to 5 people.
I can,
Yeah.
but I think Sarah has a potential
plan.
plan or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just checking if you're splitting
Yeah.
if you're splitting up with us or not.
No, I guess we could all just go together.
Help each other out. Have the strong Minotaur help us.
The
Okay.
lower waterfall.
So
So wait, we're stealing the Minotaur now too?
no, hold on. There's a slight complication to this.
Of course there is.
I don't think we have Featherfall for the Minotaur.
It would work for the Minotaur, but turning into Quentin was my last spell slot.
Right.
So we have to go down the waterfall, and you said that was 20 feet to the water, right?
No, it's 70.
From
70.
where you are, it's 100 feet to the water.
And then on
What
the
about
north,
from down
From-
here?
from
It's
the
70
restaurant?
less.
It's
70.
Because it's about
Yeah.
it's considering it's
I just
considering floor width and height, ceiling height, it's about 7 feet.
Fuzzy says, if you don't have Featherfall, maybe you guys just become something else again.
Yeah,
and we
and
go
just go
out
the
the main
regular way.
door. Maybe you should be the Boston Gnome, and you should be whatever the hat wants you to make. That's something
I'll
totally
just be
different.
Mixie, because
You
they
could
haven't
just be
seen
something totally
Mixie.
different.
So I could direct this minotaur to make everybody move, and we can get on a boat.
That's true.
Let's go.
Let's do that.
I command the minotaur to be in front of us to basically cut a path through the, not cut literally, but make a path through the crowd, get them to move out of the way so we can get on a boat.
The Minotaur's not that smart. You need to be more specific about how.
Yeah, I say push people to the side and clear a path for us.
Are you staying as Quentin to act like you're
Yeah.
all uppity and you
Yeah.
want out first?
Let me out! Let me out!
Yeah.
Yes, I stay as Quentin, so like guards
Yeah.
will see me, guards will want a path, will want to help me, maybe even help the minotaur. So yes, I stay as Quentin.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, as Quentin, you stand behind the Minotaur as the Minotaur starts to march towards this huge mass of humanity and other things.
Gently push people out of the way,
Yeah.
The crowd-
assuming they don't move. I mean,
I was going to say, obviously, the crowd now sees this
Yeah.
giant Skeletor
One pause.
Skeletor.
While we were debating this before we start walking, he's going to take a moment to tie up and gag the imposter Quentin.
You will fall behind if you do.
Okay, then never mind. I thought we had enough time standing
You do
there
not.
talking where he.
No,
could
we're
okay,
no,
never mind.
we're on the
If
time
it
scale
would
of
be a
seconds.
delay, then no. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. As the Minotaur bears down on this mass of people, the panic in the crowd reaches a crescendo as people don't even need to be pushed out of the way. They, in their panic, start fleeing in every direction.
yes.
Including the poor boat driver.
Oh no!
And as you approach the docks,
Stace, I need a boat. I need a boat. I say as Quentin.
that's a good question. Would the boat drivers have just run away in panic without leaving a boat?
Is the
Let's
Minotaur?
leave that to the dice.
Is the Minotaur fast enough to grab the boat and not let it go away?
No, he would not.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Just wade out of the river too if we have to.
We already determined that it wasn't something that we could just stand in.
Right. But the Minotaur's big.
Okay. Let's leave this to the dice. On evens, there is an empty vote left there. On odds, they have all been taken away.
Dang. That's a
All,
three.
yep. All.
Okay.
I'm afraid all the
Okay.
boats
Fuzzy.
in a panic. The boat drivers have all taken
Right.
off downstream to get away from this rampaging bone minotaur.
Fuzzy grabs a table. A big wood table.
A big wood
Puts it in the
table.
river.
Okay.
And then I'm hoping there's extra poles. There probably would be, but
what's your
yeah.
strength?
He is strength 16 plus 3, and he's extending his rage with bonus actions right now, so he can do
How long can you do
10
that?
minutes.
For 10 minutes,
Yeah.
okay.
Get us part way there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Between the rage and significant strength, you have no problem grabbing hold of one of the, on that side of the river, it would be a life or death card table.
Okay.
Nice.
And makeshift raft.
Yep.
We'd have the Minotaur help if we had to, right? Yeah.
And setting it into the water
Okay.
as it starts to drift, and it immediately starts to drift downstream towards the
I have the Minotaur hold it.
The
So we
Minotaur's
can
holding
get
it.
on it.
Okay.
The Minotaur
Yeah.
will guide us up the river.
We use the Minotaur's axe.
Well, no, I mean, like the Minotaur can stand in the water and just walk with us.
I mean, and are there extra poles? Because if there isn't, Fuzzy is an improviser and a crafter, so he will grab like a railing, like a flagpole, like some piece of decoration.
Ro wants to use the
get a
Minotaur
pole.
to guide the
It
raft.
can't be that deep if you're pulling on the bottom of it, right?
This is fine.
Yeah.
This is fine because the Minotaur is a large creature. It has no problem standing on the bottom of the river
Yay!
and holding the makeshift raft as he pushes you back up the river. Yes, but
However, I'm sensing a butt here, a large one.
you make the Minotaur pushes you up the river through the cavern that you entered with all of the stalactites and fancy lights above.
Yep.
And then pushes you through the cave opening back out into the sunlit world. And as you cross that threshold,
Falls out.
He's gonna die.
the rod in your hand turns to dust.
All right.
And behind you, the Minotaur gives out a great roar.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Everybody roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It's rampaging.
Quentin woke up.
No, not quite. The rod lost control of it. Oh, that's not good initiative. That's fun.
So at the point where we are in the river, John, I mean, can we swim?
Probably.
Or just bail to the shore, right? Run away. Yeah.
Probably, but you currently have a rampaging Minotaur.
No, I'm assuming if they were ferrying the boats that you could swim it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's, it is about a 10-foot wide, 15-foot wide.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So
not very...
That's an
Yeah.
easy swim.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's
But
fine.
I just want to do this in initiative order.
Yeah.
Since you now have a rampaging, hostile Minotaur.
Sure.
Okay.
Damn it, I thought he was gonna be our friend.
I'm afraid not.
I thought I was going to have this for the rest of the campaign.
Probably should have left it behind.
Afraid not.
So I was storing the bone in my hoo-ha. And then it dissolves away and I go, ah.
Wow. Super aggressive
Explicit.
and inappropriate.
Explicit. Explicit.
We're the problem. It's us.
I love you, Sarah.
I love you too.
In her hoo-ha.
Wow.
Wow. You thought you
That's
had...
not what the new picture I showed you earlier.
No.
This one time at band camp, I put a Minotaur bone in my hoo-ha.
Well, if
Yeah.
you thought last week had snack cakes, this week
By the way,
up the ante.
John,
Yeah.
Yes.
did it take us more than 10 minutes to go through that cave?
No, it's not that long.
Okay,
You've
okay.
got, I'm going to say that you probably got like 1 minute left.
He's got a second rage, so if he needed it, he had it in his pocket, and he would have done that immediately, just to be ready for anything.
So, I need to restart this fight. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Roll what you got.
18.
18. Fuzzy.
Let's see here. That was a 7.
7. Okay. Trixie.
17.
17. And Mixie.
10.
10. Okay.
But she's
Initiative
not
order
gonna use her.
is
She's not going to use her feature
Row. And then Trixie.
because I can trade my initiative.
Then the Minotaur.
That's true.
Then Mixie. Then
You want
Fuzzy.
to go before me?
I could do that.
You do have that option, yeah.
We can trade initiatives.
Okay.
So Mixie and Trixie are going to trade initiatives. Mixie goes first.
That's going to put her behind the Minotaur, just so you know.
Yeah, I would rather
Yeah.
Okay.
Trixie be Mixie be
Okay.
before me.
Okay. The Minotaur lets go and raises its axe. Row. What are you doing?
I jump in the water and I swim to the shore.
Jump in the water and swim to the shore.
It's like 10 feet from me, so I'm like,
Yeah,
all right.
it's not that far, so definitely bail out. Mixie, what are you doing?
Mixie is beating a hasty retreat.
Is also retreating. disengaging and retreating. The Minotaur, however, because it is raging, it is going to take a swing at evens odds. Evens.
Oh, no.
Trixie. But because he's mostly submerged in water, I'm going to say he has disadvantage.
he is completely underwater.
Oh, I'm good. Disadvantage. 14 and 4. So he hits AC 10.
That will miss.
That will miss. Okay, he swings at you and ducks out of the way. Go ahead, Trixie.
I'm going to use my channel divinity to turn undead.
To turn undead.
Yeah.
That is a wisdom saving throw, please.
You stand there
I
on.
present my holy symbol.
Describe the scene. Good.
And I say, you will not hurt us.
Shall not pass.
Oh, that was cocked.
You're cocked.
I can't. Okay. And he gets a 5.
That is definitely not more than 13.
Not more than 13. All right.
You have the frightened and incapacitated conditions for 1 minute. For that duration, it tries to move as far from me as it can on its turn.
Frightened and incapacitated?
Mm-hmm.
How can it move if it's incapacitated? That's weird.
There's probably some weird
If a
mechanic
creature
to it
fails
in the
its
new
save,
5th
it has
edition.
the frightened and incapacitated conditions for 1 minute. For that duration, it tries to move as far from you as it can on its turns. This effect ends early on the creature if it takes any damage.
I think it's just that you can't do anything else. They've changed the wording so that people can't cheese by
okay.
casting spells while they're running away and stuff like
Okay,
that.
yeah. Incapacitated now means you just
Yeah.
can't take any action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bonus action
Yeah.
or reaction.
Right.
Because we've cheesed that
it's not
before.
paralyzed.
In the old wording of the rules, we've cheesed that.
Yeah,
Big time.
Yeah, incapacitated and unconscious are two different.
Right.
Are different. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You experience the effects inactive, can't take any
Nice.
action, bonus action, or reaction. You can't have concentration, you can't speak, and you're surprised.
Yeah. Okay. That is going to be good enough. I'm not going to belabor the combat. The Minotaur, being a large undead, screams as he tries to shy away from the from your divine aura. Suddenly radiates from you, and he starts to beat a hasty retreat back through the cave as he runs away. Now,
Thank you, Lady Liara.
I keep getting like by the power of Liara, stuck it like the power of grace.
So Lyra comes swimming up onto the shore. No longer Quentin.
Yeah.
Comes out of the water as Lyra.
And
Very
Fuzzy
wet,
just
clinging
takes
clothes and
Trixie
Oh my
is like trying to
God.
go over and like swims and or jumps to shore depending on how close we are.
I'm just gonna lay down on the table and like do little strokes. Like do the breaststroke over shore still on the table, trying to stay dry.
Alrighty, back to what I was doing. Where was
I wasn't sure that was ever gonna be a spell that I even needed, but hey, you know.
Cha-ching. Okay. So the four of you managed to go ahead and swim onto the shore without any particular difficulties.
Okay.
As you lie there, briefly recovering from the excitement, from deep inside the cave, you suddenly hear an increase in the amount of shrieks and have taken on a rather bit of a tone
Well,
of
I mean,
terror.
the Minotaur just returned.
Is there a coach there? Because otherwise it's just like disappear into the alleys, man. Just run.
As I remember, we had to take a coach through the city to a dock, which then took us down a river in the middle of nowhere
Okay.
to get to the casino.
I thought that the river was like right outside the cave when we got on the docks, but I don't remember.
No.
No, it was a little bit ways up.
It was a trip.
Okay. Well,
was a small
run. Run.
So, I suppose we're walking back now.
Yes, that seems to be the case.
But if the mission was to humiliate Mr. Quentin, I would say mission accomplished.
Right. We succeeded.
Do I need to talk about keeping the two of you on a shorter leash? She's just like pulling the mom. I like the way they keep looking at each other. Like, "Ee!" They're so proud of themselves. And Trixie's just like one finger momming you.
Mixie says, Trix, dear, we did succeed in doing what we needed to do, and I had a lot of fun.
Wasn't that fun?
It was really fun.
It was really fun.
Really,
yes.
really fun.
As we hike back to the hotel.
Trixie's just muttering to herself. It's a relaxing day. The spa was so good.
All right.
Baboons.
We're walking up the river.
Okay, then let's just go ahead and storyboard this to the end.
All right.
So you begin to walk. You go ahead and walk you through the desert and rocky terrain. You don't have any particular trouble finding your way back to the city, though it is late evening, going on towards nightfall by the time you get there.
Okay.
Because walking's a whole lot slower than coaches.
Sure.
And you head on over to the inn, and head into the back room where Verity Kai is awaiting word of your success or failure.
Okay.
As you
Probably heard by now.
I dropped the bag down in front of her and the trophy.
She thanks you profusely for your work, and is effusive with her praise and saying that she never doubted you for a moment that you
We
would
did.
that people of your reputation would be able to accomplish such obviously simple task for you. Let's see. So, and for your service, she pays you the amount that she agreed on, which
Which was...
okay. That's it. The original, 100 gold pieces apiece.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And she also hands you a small letter sealed with a golden color wax seal with a key printed on it,
Excellent.
saying if you came back just before you came back, apparently this arrived addressed to you,
To row?
to your
Oh, to the group.
to the group.
Gotcha.
Trixie will take that.
And she hands it over to Trixie.
Mixie
Nice.
does say,
Thank you.
we made sure he was very humiliated.
Oh, humiliations galore.
That is wonderful to hear. Music to my ears.
We not only humiliated him, but we pointed out many flaws in his escape plans.
One that, from the sounds of it, he probably won't have the opportunity to learn from. Shame that. I thank you again for your service, and I must be heading off to my own business now, so I bid you good night. Excuse me. I bid the four of you good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night,
She-
darling.
And she leaves the room, leaving the four of you there.
Awesome.
Shall we save this for the morning?
Sounds good, darling, yes.
I could use a drink.
Ooh, a drink sounds wonderful.
I think you've had enough.
Yeah, I'm laughing at everyone.
Awesome.
So, okay. Do you want to get to the letter now, or
Do you want to read it?
Do you want to save it till the start of the next episode, or?
honestly, it would, let's just go over real quick because it
Okay.
affects the start of the next episode.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So you spend the night, rest,
Yeah,
relax,
long rest.
and in the morning, down back in the common room, you open up the letter, and it is addressed. Greetings, operatives. Word of your success has reached us, and we thank you again for your service to the greater peace of the realm. As a reward for your service, you will once again be allowed to claim an item from the Dragon Council's treasure trove. As before, simply write the item that you desire on a piece of paper and place it into the music box, and it will be delivered to you.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So that is, once again, you can choose an uncommon magic item,
Uncommon magic item. Okay.
Alright.
except for the bag of holding.
Except for bag of
Okay.
holding. Got it.
What did we get that was noteworthy from the hall? The three things from the drawer in the office, or the
There was the rapier, there was the jade statue,
Yeah.
there was a gold ruby necklace.
Yes, the rapier. Okay, you have had time to check those over. The
Necklace, rapier, and
Yeah.
figurine.
The
bunny
rapier
rabbit.
is a plus. It is a +1 rapier.
Nice.
So, in case anybody needs to be a little bit rapier than a rapier,
That's actually an excellent finesse tool for a rogue.
let's see. And if you couldn't assess it yourself, some gentle prodding from the
Markets.
from the lady behind the bar, the approximate value of the there it is.
Jade statue.
Of the jade of the where are they? Holy crap! There. Thank you. Desk drawers. Jeez. No, not the desk drawers. Those came from the vault.
Yes, those came from the vault.
That's right.
Crap, I am all
Sorry,
over the place
no,
right
I
now. It's
said
the end of a
everything.
long. It's the end of a long day.
My
The
boss.
drawers we found the rod, a satchel of gold, a key that we never ended up using.
You don't need that when you have a minotaur.
Minotaur.
The necklace is worth 250 gold, and the jade rabbit is worth 75.
Nice. Nice and nice.
So a little extra bonus.
Necklace was 250,
Yep,
and the rabbit was 75.
correct.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, well, that wraps up the Stygian Gambit from Keys to the Golden Vault. What did everybody think? Yeah. Okay, a quick stars and wishes then for the campaign as a whole.
For the adventure.
For the adventure as a whole. Okay. We'll start with Chris
All right.
this time.
I think that this particular session was probably the most fun adventure I've had in 39 years.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
Thank you. That's
I mean, that was just so much fun. I don't think I've ever had anything even remotely like that happen as a player. The adventure as a whole, I really like that a lot. It's just very unique. The casino could have been any one of a million things, but it was built inside of a cave with a river going through it. They had the whole motif, all the different things that were going on in the casino, all the different options that we had to try, different strategies, was really cool. It was really fun. There was a lot of variety. It was very interesting. It seemed like it was well written. I think that everybody did an awesome job playing their characters. I think you did a great job as the DM.
Oh, thank you.
So, the adventure was awesome, and this was probably the most fun adventure tonight that I ever had.
Thank you.
Greg?
Greg, what you got?
I, for the most part, am very happy that Ro let Mixie be Mixie and do Mixie things because her chaos factor is extremely fun to play, and so I had a really good time playing her during these past two sessions. So, like, you did a great job, and everyone else also coming through with plans and just role-playing has been top-notch. So my hat's off to you. It's been a great experience.
No, keep the hat on.
Oh, yes. Well, too, like, she had some really good rolls, so luckily they didn't take the hat. I got to keep it, so.
Yep.
Yes.
Clutch.
Kate, what'd you think?
It was great. It was a lot of fun just seeing everybody role play in their element and all the trouble that they got into and got out of on their own in the back. Thankfully before Trixie and I had to try to come up with a backup plan. I had a blast as Fuzzy, just making trouble and leaning into role play a little bit more and getting to hit at least one thing before the end of the adventure. And yeah, the Minotaur was just phenomenal. That was so cool that we managed to pull that off. And then wishes, just that we keep being creative with our role play and our problem solving as we head into the next adventure, and hopefully pick a really good uncommon magic item, as much fun as the magic hat has been so far.
I'll probably take the hat back unless there's a specific need for somebody else to have
The
it.
second one. 2 magic hats.
The whole party has them.
magic
I
hats.
mean, that's actually
Hat of disguise.
that's a power
all of us
move
just,
right
yeah,
there.
all of us keep changing.
You won't find us. You'll never
Hey,
know
want
who we
another hat
are.
of disguise? I'll get you another hat of
I mean,
disguise.
that
Everybody
might
hat
be
of
a
disguise.
valid strategy.
We are the
honestly.
unseen, so,
That is a very valid
We are the
strategy.
unseen.
Yep. Okay.
Sarah.
Sorry, just laughing.
Oh wow! Stars. This module was fabulous. The whole fact that you're going into a casino, and like the module itself gives you that casino feel. You've got the option to gamble, you've got the options to go to the spa and live the luxury and see the tournaments, and there's a circus and options, and you actually have that casino experience of losing track of time in the module itself. Was just absolutely aces for me. But more so than that, the fact that we actually spent so much time as a group apart from each other after spending 7 years as a D&D group being like, we never split the party! It actually felt really good to have some like really cool key moments on our own.
Sure.
And like allow the two of you to go off and be the two of you and like get into trouble. And yeah, there was a sense of like, oh my god, on this side of the table, like what are we gonna do if they get into trouble? We don't even know. Right? We won't even know if they're in trouble and dying in the vault because we're out here. It's nerve-wracking having played in the like we never split the party for so long, but it felt good watching you guys problem solve on your own.
Sure.
Even if it did involve a minotaur being released in the casino floor. Which, let's be honest, I probably would have done too if it was playing any other character but Trixie. And then, I mean, I was proud of myself at the last minute being like, I have turned undead.
Oh, yeah.
That was
That was awesome.
Perfect. I think I have something for this. Just all in all, I think it was a great experience for all of us to really get a feel of our characters. So it was a great, like the first adventure was a holy shit moments, but this one I feel like we really settled into who we were, which was great. As far as wishes, my wish is that we continue down this pathway together as a group, and we just continue to gel as a heist family.
DM stars and wishes. A lot of my stars echo a lot of what you guys have already said. I think at the beginning, it was a very rough start for all of us. But you really quickly clicked into your roles and managed to actually come together as a team. And that was beautiful to see. And I hope that you guys can continue forward with that and be able to continue to coordinate like that, because that really makes things interesting from my side. Because I liked being able to, jump person to person and try to figure out, okay, this person did this. How does this affect all these other people that are not there right now, kind of thing. It was also a bit of a challenge for me, like I said before, to try to balance this between rewarding your creativity, but not making it so bland that you just walk in and do it. To actually throw in some of those complications without going overboard with it.
Sure.
Because there were a lot of complications I could throw in.
Yeah.
And tried to find that stopping point of, okay, that's enough complications, let's let them deal with it before moving on, kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, it's a whole casino floor that's got security mirrors everywhere. There's Yeah.
So, and I found myself actually really enjoying that. So
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah, seeing you guys have so much fun with the module was, of course, also really fun for me as well. So I had a lot of fun running this one. No particular wishes as it goes. Like I said, since at the beginning things were a little rough, but you guys smoothed that out. So there's not much more to say about that. You fulfilled one of my wishes. So thank you.
All right.
Any other final comments then from the Peanut Gallery?
Did we level?
The Stygian Gambit?
Did we level up?
Yes, you did. You leveled
Yay!
up. You are now 3rd level.
Do you want us to roll now or wait? Yes.
We can go ahead and do that a little later.
Okay.
But for now, okay. For now, let's go ahead and say goodnight to the listeners.
Bye-bye, listeners.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave us a review anywhere this podcast can be found. Our social media links, plus additional content, can be found on our website at knightsofroleplay.com. Please tell your friends about Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast, and spread the word through social media. Your help and support are greatly appreciated.